Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Today's topic is going to be when you realize you are with a narcissist. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. So this is a specific video that was requested by a subscriber. And what it is when you are with a narcissist, a narcissist, and you're in the relationship and you actually understand, oh my gosh, this is a narcissist. This is why I'm being treated this way, and all these kind of things. And this is not telling anybody what to do. It is just giving you suggestions on how to handle the situation if you have recently understood or you do understand you are in a narcissistic relationship. So here we go. If you found out that you are in a narcissistic relationship, there are, and maybe, for example, let's say that you're married to a narcissist, or your brother or sister are a narcissist, or it's your mom or a cousin, something like this, or your friend. Lo and behold, you just realize that, for the last 10 years you've been giving to a fault, and this person who you thought was a loyal friend is a narcissist. So all these light bulb moments happen, and we discuss them on the channel frequently. But with this video, I want to explain to you that the narcissist, no matter how they fit into your life, remember this is for a current narcissistic relationship, the narcissist will not change. Now, I say this frequently on virtually every video I create. The narcissist is incapable of change. They don't want to change. What they want to do is use you and your supply to help regulate them and to give them, basically to help them breathe. It's exactly what it is. So having said these things, maybe you are in a relationship where you can't get out of it. Like, let's say it's your brother or sister. You're still a brother and sister. But what you can do is you can minimize your exposure or your interactions with the narcissist. Meaning if you're getting the awareness and you're becoming awakened and understanding that, oh my goodness, this person is a narcissist. Now what we need to do, and I'm suggesting strongly, is you need to start doing inner work, healing, understanding exactly, processing that this is a narcissistic relationship. You can now put your finger on it, you can identify it, and that all of the things you've contributed to the relationship in the past, you don't need to do it as much going forward. So I am not suggesting just like, let's say a family member, I'm not suggesting block, delete, and goodbye. However, that may be a path that benefits you. Each one of us on the channel, and again, thank you for being here, we have to protect ourselves. We have to build, maintain, and grow our boundaries that benefit ourselves. And many people on the channel, myself included, I didn't have boundaries when I was younger. I didn't have boundaries until 16 months ago. And I sincerely gave to a fault in virtually every relationship possible. However, having said that, now I have boundaries. Now I maintain them. Now I let into my life those people that I believe can benefit from being with me, or I can benefit from them. In other words, a mutual respect, a mutual cohesion is the kind of relationship that I'm building. And it's with family, friends, and acquaintances and things like that. If it doesn't benefit both parties, then it's a one-sided relationship, and that is essentially a narcissistic relationship in a nutshell. Having said that, my suggestions for this video would be, if you realize you are in a narcissistic relationship, get educated as much as you possibly can, which means learn the glossary of terms, definitions, understand exactly why the narcissist does what they do, understand, for example, what gaslighting is, what the silent treatment is, why you're always walking around on eggshells or feeling uncomfortable, why they always are in a rush and they can't sit still. The list goes on and on. But bear in mind for this video that these are just characteristics of the narcissist. And before you had the education, before you got the awakening, you were probably working really hard in the narcissistic relationship to appease the narcissist. But now my hope is you're getting educated because you're here on the channel and you're understanding that, wait, okay, I get this now. This is a big piece of the puzzle. Now I understand this person is a narcissist, or they have narcissistic characteristics, and I don't need to be an enabler. I don't need to participate in this. So what you can do is you can gray rock, which we discuss in the channel frequently, which is literally don't give them supply. Don't feed their ego. Don't pump them up. Don't be a people pleaser. And just kind of be like a rock, like at the ocean, at the beach. You see a rock sitting around, a rock is just a rock. I don't like to use the word boring, but that's the idea of gray rock. Just become boring. Give 1 or 2 word answers, like, yes, okay, I understand, thank you, got it. You could try that. But the whole idea for this video is to help you empower yourself. You see, most likely throughout your life and or the relationships that you were in that may have been narcissistic, my hope is you were in zero, but let's say you were in one or a few. The idea now is we want to do our inner work. We want to help ourselves out first, because we were most likely putting the narcissist in front of, ahead of ourselves. And now that we're getting the education for this video, you don't want to do that. You want to put all of your energy and love and time and effort and empathy into yourself. Build the boundaries, maintain them, grow them, and understand that this person who turns out to be a narcissist probably doesn't have your best interest at heart. Most likely they do want to destroy you. Most likely they do want to take from you, which again would include finances, social circle, job status, health. Anything they can possibly take from you, they will take. But remember, the narcissist wants supply. So they really need a sounding board. They really need someone to abuse and to just completely destroy. This is in most narcissistic relationships. It's not in all, of course. But my point for the video, and I really hope that this is hitting home for some of you, is if you are in a narcissistic relationship and currently you can't get out of it, what I'm suggesting you do is do as much due diligence as you can about narcissism, which means educate yourself and understand, ask questions, post in the community, on my channel and many others. Become educated and empowered, and you will have the tools, like many of us currently have on the channel, on how to protect yourself and maintain your boundaries. In other words, once you go, let's rewind for a moment. For those of you who have gone through a narcissistic abusive relationship, you know what I'm talking about. You've gone through the fire. You were one person before the narcissist. You were a totally different person, basically a shell of yourself in the relationship. And then if you were discarded or if the relationship ended in any capacity, you became educated, enlightened, empowered, and awakened. And now here you are. That is your spider sense. That's your superpower. That is something that not many people have. They haven't gone through the relationship. They haven't gone through the fire. They haven't actually put the inner work in, but you did. So having said that, for this video, if you are still in the relationship with the narcissist, you don't believe you can get out, maybe not now, but maybe you have plans to get out in the future, that's fantastic. But what I'm suggesting to you is use your information. Like, let's say that you are married to a narcissist, hypothetically, and you now know that they're a narcissist, and you are still married with them. Well, if you're getting the tools and the education, use them. In other words, when they have a rage fit or blow up on you or tell you they're going to be there to pick you up at 4 o'clock, they're not there till 5:30, the old version of you, pre-education, would have probably fed them some fuel and given them some supply. Now, just understand that, okay, they're late again. Okay, it doesn't make my life easier or better? No. But will I ask them for a ride next time? Probably not. I'll ask somebody else that will come through for me, that will help me out. And if they're gaslighting you, using stonewalling you, silent treatment, all the things we discussed, just remember that you have the education now, so you know how to combat this until you can move out of the relationship, if that's what you choose, or if you need to stay in the relationship for whatever reason. I understand. I'm trying to make your life easier by suggesting utilizing the skills and the tools that we're providing for you on this channel. The whole idea for you in this situation, again, if you're in a narcissistic relationship, you've identified you are with a narcissist, and you want to exit the relationship, that is for a whole different video, but I can suggest this. Start preparing for the future, have a plan, and stick with it. Let's put it that way. But for this video, my suggestion is just continue to educate yourself, but not only educate yourself and utilize the tools that you're learning on this channel, because you've cracked the code. You've identified that this person is a narcissist. Remember, it could be your lover, it could be your husband, wife, spouse, it could be your one of your best friends, it could be anybody. It doesn't matter who it is for this video. What I'm trying to explain to you is, now that you have the tools, this is, and you haven't gone through the fire, meaning you weren't discarded or anything like that, this is kind of like your version of cloak and dagger. This is your version where you can actually minimize the damage that's being done to you in the narcissistic relationship. Why? I'll tell you why. Because most people in a narcissistic relationship don't even realize they're in one until it's ended, until it's too late. And that's when they end up on channels like mine and many others. But if you are actually one of the fortunate ones that understands you're with a narcissist while you're still in the relationship, this is actually It's not good that you're in a narcissistic relationship, but what is good is that you actually have identified this while you're still in it. So get the tools, utilize the tools, empower yourself. Don't give the narcissist supply. Don't try not to rely on them. Like, my hope is you have financial freedom, and my hope is you have healthy relationships with others in your family or other friends or the people that we're discussing. The whole idea is you need to figure out individually, each and every one of you, who this pertains to. If you want to stay in this narcissistic relationship, that's one thing, and I'll address that in a moment. If you don't, then have an exit plan. Think about what you're going to do, get help, and execute that plan in time, whenever the time is right. Again, for this video, I am not telling anybody what to do. I have never told anybody what to do. I'm not going to start now. I am suggesting that if you know you're in a narcissistic relationship and you want to exit it, have a plan, stick with it, and use your newfound superpower, which is understanding narcissism while you're still in the relationship, because many people don't get to do that. Now, the other thing is, if you're in a narcissistic relationship and you're going to stay in it for whatever reason, that's of course your choice and your decision, but understand that this will not be an easy path for you, because you've probably already endured a lot of abuse, a lot of manipulation, a lot of deceit, and other words that I won't mention for this one. But if that's the case, again, that's your decision. You do what you need to do and do what's best for you. But there's one thing with that. Be prepared for rockier roads ahead. It will not be a smooth path, because most likely your relationship to this point has not been smooth. As a matter of fact, I'm sure it hasn't. So things don't improve with the narcissist. Remember that. They do not get better. They will never get better. As the narcissist ages, as we discussed on the channel, the aging narcissist is not a pretty sight to see. So whatever age they are, it's not going to get better. Having said that, if you are staying in the relationship and you understand all these things, then again, build, maintain, and grow your boundaries, and just be prepared, because that's the choice you made. Before I close the video out, I want to just mention this again. I am not suggesting anybody do anything. I am not telling anybody what to do. I'm just letting you know that if you are in the narcissistic relationship right now while you're watching this video, you have a special opportunity here to better yourself and to not take the bait of the narcissist and not to be tricked or trapped or manipulated as much. Just the way it is. So guys, I hope you liked the video. I loved doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon. Be blessed. Stay strong. Stay on the path. For those of you who are currently in a narcissistic relationship, my heart goes out to you. It's not easy. It's not fun. But again, you are fortunate that you're getting the education while you're still in the relationship, because many people don't. They don't get the information or the knowledge until they're discarded or until the relationship ends. And we know exactly how that goes. One final thing. Most narcissistic relationships, and I would say virtually every one of them, do not end well. They're just not healthy relationships. They're toxic. They're manipulating. They're deceitful. They're just not healthy. So understand that. Pay attention. Protect yourself. Build, maintain, grow your boundaries. Continue to become educated, aware, enlightened, and awakened. I love you all. God bless you. Have a great afternoon. I'll talk to you guys later on today. All right. Bye-bye.